Rudra learning we have done till yesterday. Today, 3 days, we learn Nakshatra Suktam in our Vedic chanting, and then we'll have our Dhyana Purvaka Gayatri Mantrocharana. We will do a little common sense thought, some Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara Smarana mantras, Sankalpa, then our Upanishad mantra Parayanam, Upanishad mantra Dhyanam. In the Upanishad, Shwethashwathara, 6th chapter, 15th mantra, as Bhagwan Shankara's Bhashya, so clear and complete for our sadhana as the explanation to mainly that second, third lines of that 15th mantra. Sa evagnihi salile sannivishtaha tameva viditva atimrutyumeti nanyaha pantha vidyate ayanaya. What a mantra itself is so direct and powerful, and it is the kindness of Bhashyakara making it very clear to us, inspirational to us. Let us go through that. So, start with our Nakshatra Suktam, and please remember we are doing all this to invoke the Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devata Gana Guru Gana Shastra Gana Kripa Anugraha and the world around us cooperative for our sadhana. And also our Vyaktitva from within should keep on becoming conducive for our useful to the world as well as evolving for our spiritual sadhana. Right, friends? Let us do our Nakshatra Suktam. Om Athaveda Parayanam Atha Taittiriya Brahmanantargata Tritiyaashtakam Pratama Prashnaha तैत्तिरीय संहिता तृतीय कांडम पंचम प्रपाठकः प्रथमोनुवाकः. Big one it is 927 mantras. So 999 will do. Maybe 30 are there. So 9912. Om अथ नक्षत्र सूक्तम्. ओम अग्निर्नः पातु कृत्तिकाः. ओम अग्निर्नः पातु कृत्तिकाः. नक्षत्रं देवमिन्द्रियं. नक्षत्रं देवमिन्द्रियम्. इदमासां विचक्षणम्. इदमासां विचक्षणम्. हविरासं जुहोतन. हविरासं जुहोतन. यस्य भान्तिरश्मयो यस्य केतवः. यस्य भान्तिरश्मयो यस्य केतवः. यस्येमा विश्वा भुवनानि सर्वा. यस्येमा विश्वा भुवनानि सर्वा. सकृत्तिकाभिरभिसंवसानः. सकृत्तिकाभिरभिसंवसानः. अग्निर्नो देवः सुविते दधातु. अग्निर्नो देवः सुविते दधातु. ओम प्रजापतेरोहिणी वेतु पत्नी. प्रजापतेरोहिणी वेतु पत्नी. विश्वरूपा बृहति चित्रभानुः. विश्वरूपा बृहति चित्रभानुः. सा नो यज्ञस्य सुविते दधातु. सा नो यज्ञस्य सुविते दधातु. यथा जीवेम शरदः सवीराः. यथा जीवेम शरदः सवीराः. रोहिणी देव्युदगात् पुरस्तात्. रोहिणी देव्युदगात् पुरस्तात्. विश्वारूपाणि प्रतिमोदमाना. विश्वारूपाणि प्रतिमोदमाना. प्रजापतिगं हविषा वर्धयन्ते. प्रजापतिगं हविषा वर्धयन्ते. प्रिया देवानामुपयातु यज्ञं. प्रिया देवानामुपयातु यज्ञं. सोमो राजा मृगशीर्षेण आगन्न. सोमो राजा मृगशीर्षेण आगन्न शिवं नक्षत्रं प्रियमस्य धाम शिवं नक्षत्रं प्रियमस्य धाम आप्यायमानो बहुधा जनेषु आप्यायमानो बहुधा जनेषु रेतः प्रजां यजमाने दधातु रेतः प्रजां यजमाने दधातु यत्ते नक्षत्रं मृगशीर्षमस्ति यत्ते नक्षत्रं मृगशीर्षमस्ति प्रियगं राजन् प्रियतमं प्रियाणां प्रियगं राजन् प्रियतमं प्रियाणां तस्मै ते सोम हविषा विधेम तस्मै ते सोम हविषा विधेम शन्न एधि द्विपदेशं चतुष्पदे शन्न एधि द्विपदेशं चतुष्पदे आर्द्रया रुद्रः प्रथमान एति आर्द्रया रुद्रः प्रथमान एति श्रेष्ठो देवानां पतिरग्नियानां श्रेष्ठो देवानां पतिरग्नियानां नक्षत्रमस्य हविषा विधेम नक्षत्रमस्य हविषा विधेम मानः प्रजागं रीरिषन्मोत वीरान् मानः प्रजागं रीरिषन्मोत वीरान् हेति रुद्रस्य परिणो वृणक्तु हेति रुद्रस्य परिणो वृणक्तु आर्द्रा नक्षत्रं जुषतागं हविर्नः आर्द्रा नक्षत्रं जुषतागं हविर्नः प्रमुञ्चमानौ दुरितानि विश्वा प्रमुञ्चमानौ दुरितानि विश्वा अपाघशगं सन्नुदतामरातिम् अपाघशगं सन्नुदतामरातिम् पुनर्नो देव्यदिति स्पृणोतु पुनर्नो देव्यदिति स्पृणोतु पुनर्वसूनः पुनरेतां यज्ञं पुनर्वसूनः पुनरेतां यज्ञं पुनर्नो देवा अभियन्तु सर्वे पुनर्नो देवा अभियन्तु सर्वे पुनः पुनर्वो हविषा यजामः पुनः पुनर्वो हविषा यजामः एवान देव्यदितिरनर्वा एवान देव्यदितिरनर्वा विश्वस्य भर्त्रे जगतः प्रतिष्ठा विश्वस्य भर्त्रे जगतः प्रतिष्ठा पुनर्वसु हविषा वर्धयन्ति पुनर्वसु हविषा वर्धयन्ति प्रियं देवानामप्येतु पातः प्रियं देवानामप्येतु पातः बृहस्पतिः प्रथमं जायमानः बृहस्पतिः प्रथमं जायमानः तिष्यं नक्षत्रमभिसंबभूव तिष्यं नक्षत्रमभिसंबभूव श्रेष्ठो देवानां पृतनासु जिष्णुः श्रेष्ठो देवानां पृतनासु जिष्णुः दिशो नु सर्वा अभयन्नो अस्तु दिशो नु सर्वा अभयन्नो अस्तु तिष्यः पुरस्तादुतमध्यतो नः तिष्यः पुरस्तादुतमध्यतो नः बृहस्पतिर्नः परिपातु पश्चात् बृहस्पतिर्नः परिपातु पश्चात् बाधेतान् द्वेषो अभयं कृणुतां बाधेतान् द्वेषो अभयं कृणुताम् सुवीर्यस्य पतयस्याम सुवीर्यस्य पतयस्याम इदगं सर्पेभ्यो हविरस्तु जुष्टम् इदगं सर्पेभ्यो हविरस्तु जुष्टम् आश्लेषा येषामनुयन्ति चेतः आश्लेषा येषामनुयन्ति चेतः ये अन्तरिक्षं पृथिवीं क्षियन्ते ये अन्तरिक्षं पृथिवीं क्षियन्ते तेन सर्पासो हवमागमिष्ठाः तेन सर्पासो हवमागमिष्ठाः ये रोचने सूर्यस्यापि सर्पाः ये रोचने सूर्यस्यापि सर्पाः ये दिवं देवीमनुसञ्चरन्ति ये दिवं देवीमनुसञ्चरन्ति येषामाश्लेषा अनुयन्ति कामम् येषामाश्लेषा अनुयन्ति कामम् तेभ्यः सर्पेभ्यो मधुमज्जुहोमि तेभ्यः सर्पेभ्यो मधुमज्जुहोमि उपहूताः पितरो ये मघासो उपहूताः पितरो ये मघासो मनोजवसः सुकृतः सुकृत्याः मनोजवसः सुकृतः सुकृत्याः तेनो नक्षत्रे हवमागमिष्ठाः तेनो नक्षत्रे हवमागमिष्ठाः स्वधाभिर्यज्ञं प्रयतं जुषन्ताम् स्वधाभिर्यज्ञं प्रयतं जुषन्तां ये अग्निदग्धा येनग्निदग्धाः ये अग्निदग्धा येनग्निदग्धाः ये मुल्लोकं पितरः क्षियन्ते ये मुल्लोकं पितरः क्षियन्ते यागश्च विद्मयागम् उच न प्रविद्म यागश्च विद्मयागम् उच न प्रविद्म मघासु यज्ञगं सुकृतं जुषन्तां मघासु यज्ञगं सुकृतं जुषन्तां गवां पतिः फल्गुनी नामसि त्वं गवां पतिः फल्गुनी नामसि त्वं तदर्यमन्वरुणमित्रचारो तदर्यमन्वरुणमित्रचारो तन्त्वा वयगं सनितारगं सनीनां तन्त्वा वयगं सनितारगं सनीनां जीवा जीवन्तमुपसंविशेम जीवा जीवन्तमुपसंविशेम ये नेमा विश्वा भुवनानि सञ्जिता ये नेमा विश्वा भुवनानि सञ्जिता यस्य देवा अनुसंयन्ति चेतः यस्य देवा अनुसंयन्ति चेतः हर्यमा राजा जरस्तु विश्वान् हर्यमा राजा जरस्तु विश्वान् फल्गुनीनाम ऋषभोरोरवीति फल्गुनीनाम ऋषभोरोरवीति हम्म, 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 हम्म। क्या कंटिन्यू करें आज एक ही दिन में पूरा because everything will be at one place. Continue. Let it take some time. ॐ श्रेष्ठो देवानां भगवो भगासि श्रेष्ठो देवानां भगवो भगासि तत्त्वाविदुः फल्गुनीस्तस्य वित्तात् तत्त्वाविदुः फल्गुनीस्तस्य वित्तात् अस्मभ्यं क्षत्रमजरगं सुवीर्यम् अस्मभ्यं क्षत्रमजरगं सुवीर्यं गोमदश्वदुपसन्नुदेह गोमदश्ववदुपसन्नुदेह भगोह दाता भग इत्प्रदाता भगोह दाता भग इत्प्रदाता भगो देवी फल्गुनीराविवेश भगो देवी फल्गुनीराविवेश भगस्येत्तं प्रसवं गमेम भगस्येत्तं प्रसवं गमेम यत्र देवैः सदमादं मदेम यत्र देवैः सधमादं मदेम आयातु देवः सवितोपयातु आयातु देवः सवितोपयातु हिरण्ययेन सुवृतारथेन हिरण्ययेन सुवृतारथेन वहन् हस्तगं सुभगं विद्मनापसं वहन् हस्तगं सुभगं विद्मनापसं प्रयच्छन्तं पपुरिं पुण्यमच्छ प्रयच्छन्तं पपुरिं पुण्यमच्छ हस्तः प्रयच्छत्वमृतं वसीयः हस्तः प्रयच्छत्वमृतं वसीयः दक्षिणेन प्रतिगृह्णीम एनत दक्षिणेन प्रतिगृह्णीम एनत दातारमद्य सविता विधेय दातारमद्य सविता विधेय यो नो हस्ताय प्रसुवाति यज्ञं यो नो हस्ताय प्रसुवाति यज्ञं त्वष्टा नक्षत्रमभ्येति चित्रां त्वष्टा नक्षत्रमभ्येति चित्रां सुभगं सुभगं ससं युवतिगं राचमानं सुभगं ससं युवतिगं राचमानां निवेशयन्नमृतान् मर्त्यागश्च निवेशयन्नमृतान् मर्त्यागश्च रूपाणि पिगंशन् भुवनानि विश्वा रूपाणि पिगंशन् भुवनानि विश्वा तन्नस्त्वष्टा तदुचित्रा विचष्टाम् तन्नस्त्वष्टा तदुचित्रा विचष्टां तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नः प्रजां वीरवतीगं सनोतु तन्नः प्रजां वीरवतीगं सनोतु गोभिर्नो अश्वैः समनक्तु यज्ञं गोभिर्नो अश्वैः समनक्तु यज्ञं वायुर्नक्षत्रमभ्येति निष्ट्यां वायुर्नक्षत्रमभ्येति निष्ट्यां तिग्मशृङ्गो वृषभोरोरुवाणः तिग्मशृङ्गो वृषभोरोरुवाणः समीरयन् भुवनामातरिष्वा समीरयन् भुवनामातरिष्वा अपद्वेषागंसि नुदतामरातिः अपद्वेषागंसि नुदतामरातिः तन्नो वायुस्तदुनिष्ट्या शृणोतु तन्नो वायुस्तदुनिष्ट्या शृणोतु तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नक्षत्रं भूरिदा अस्तु मह्यं तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामं तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामं यथा तरे मधुरितानि विश्वा यथा तरे मधुरितानि विश्वा दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीताः दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीताः तदिन्द्राग्नी कृणुतां तद्विशाखे तदिन्द्राग्नी कृणुतां तद्विशाखे तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु नक्षत्राणामधिपत्नी विशाखे नक्षत्राणामधिपत्नी विशाखे श्रेष्ठाविन्द्राग्नी भुवनस्य गोपौ श्रेष्ठाविन्द्राग्नी भुवनस्य गोपौ निशूचशत्रूनपबाधमानौ निशूचशत्रूनपबाधमानौ अपक्षुधन्नुदतामरातिम् अपक्षुधन्नुदतामरातिम् पूर्णा पश्चादुतपूर्णा पुरस्तात् पूर्णा पश्चादुतपूर्णा पुरस्तात् उन्मध्यतः पौर्णमासी जिगाय उन्मध्यतः पौर्णमासी जिगाय तस्यां देवा अधिसंवसन्तः तस्यां देवा अधिसंवसन्तः उत्तमेनाक इह मादयन्ताम् उत्तमेनाक इह मादयन्ताम् पृथ्वी सुवर्चा युवति सजोषाः पृथ्वी सुवर्चा युवति सजोषाः पौर्णमास्युदगाच्छोभमाना पौर्णमास्युदगाच्छोभमाना आप्याययन्ते दुरितानि विश्वा आप्याययन्ते दुरितानि विश्वा ऊरुं दुहां यजमानाय यज्ञम् ऊरुं दुहां यजमानाय यज्ञम् रुद्ध्यास्म हव्यैर्नमसोपसद्य रुद्ध्यास्म हव्यैर्नमसोपसद्य मित्रं देवं मित्रधेयन्नो अस्तु मित्रं देवं मित्रधेयन्नो अस्तु अनुराधान् हविषा वर्धयन्तः अनुराधान् हविषा वर्धयन्तः शतं जीवेम शरदः सवीराः शतञ्जीवेम शरद सवीराः चित्रं नक्षत्रमुदगात् पुरस्तात् चित्रं नक्षत्रमुदगात् पुरस्तात् अनुराधास इति यद्वदन्ते अनुराधास इति यद्वदन्ते तन्मित्र एति पतिभिर्देवयानैः तन्मित्र एतपतिभिर्देवयानैः हिरण्ययैर्विततैरन्तरिक्षे हिरण्ययैर्विततैरन्तरिक्षे इन्द्रो ज्येष्ठामनुनक्षत्रमेति इन्द्रो ज्येष्ठामनुनक्षत्रमेति यस्मिन् वृत्रं वृत्रतुर्ये ततार यस्मिन् वृत्रं वृत्रतुर्ये ततार तस्मिन् वयममृतं दुहानाः तस्मिन् वयममृतं दुहानाः क्षुधन्तरे मधुरितिं दुरिष्टं क्षुधन्तरे मधुरितिं दुरिष्टिं पुरन्दराय वृषभाय धृष्णवे पुरन्दराय वृषभाय धृष्णवे अषाढाय सहमानाय मीढुषे अषाढाय सहमानाय मीढुषे इन्द्राय ज्येष्ठा मधुमुद्दुहाना इन्द्राय ज्येष्ठा मधुमुद्दुहाना उरुं कृणोतु यजमानाय लोकम् उरुं कृणोतु यजमानाय लोकम् मूलं प्रजां वीरवतीं विधेय मूलं प्रजां वीरवतीं विधेय पराच्येतु निर्वृतिः परा च पराच्येतु निर्वृतिः परा च सोभिर्नक्षत्रं पशुभिः समक्तं गोभिर्नक्षत्रं पशुभिः समक्तम् अहर्भूयात् यजमानाय मह्यम् अहर्भूयात् यजमानाय मह्यम् अहर्नो अद्य सुविते दधातु अहर्नो अद्य सुविते दधातु मूलं नक्षत्रमिति यद्वदन्ते मूलं नक्षत्रमिति यद्वदन्ते पराचीं वाचा निर्वृतिं नुदामि पराचीं वाचा निर्वृतिं नुदामि शिवं प्रजायै शिवमस्तु मह्यम् शिवं प्रजायै शिवमस्तु मह्यम् या दिव्या आपः पयसा सम्बभूवुः या दिव्या आपः पयसा सम्बभूवुः या अन्तरिक्ष उत पार्थिवीर्याः या अन्तरिक्ष उत पार्थिवीर्याः या सामषाढा अनुयन्ति कामम् या सामषाढा अनुयन्ति कामम् तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो याश्च कूप्या याश्च नाद्याः समुद्र्याः याश्च कोप्या याश्च नाद्याः समुद्र्याः याश्च वैशन्तेरुतप्रासचिर्याः याश्च वैशन्तेरुतप्रासचिर्याः यासामषाढा मधु भक्षयन्ते यासामषाढा मधु भक्षयन्ते तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो तान आपः शग्गस्यो न भवन्तो तन्नो विश्वे उपशृण्वन्तु देवाः तन्नो विश्वे उपशृण्वन्तु देवाः तदषाढा अभिसंयन्तु यज्ञं तदषाढा अभिसंयन्तु यज्ञं तन्नक्षत्रं प्रथतां पशुभ्यः तन्नक्षत्रं प्रथतां पशुभ्यः कृषिर्वृष्टिर्यजमानाय कल्पताम् कृषिर्वृष्टिर्यजमानाय कल्पताम् शुभ्राः कन्या युवतयः सुपेशसः शुभ्राः कन्या युवतयः सुपेशसः चर्म कर्म कृतः सुकृतो वीर्यावतीः कर्म कृतः सुकृतो वीर्यावतीः विश्वान् देवान् हविषा वर्धयन्तीः विश्वान् देवान् हविषा वर्धयन्तीः अषाढाः काममुपयान्तु यज्ञम् अषाढाः काममुपयान्तु यज्ञम् यस्मिन् ब्रह्माभ्यजयत् सर्वमेतत् यस्मिन् ब्रह्माभ्यजयत् सर्वमेतत् अमुञ्च लोकमिदमुच सर्वम् अमुञ्च लोकमिदमुच सर्वम् तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजित् विजित्य तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजित् विजित्य श्रियं दधात् त्वहृणीयमानं श्रियं दधात् त्वहृणीयमानम् उभौ लोकौ ब्रह्मणा सञ्जितेमौ उभौ लोकौ ब्रह्मणा सञ्जितेमौ तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजित् विचष्टाम् तन्नो नक्षत्रमभिजित् विचष्टाम् तस्मिन् वयं पृतनाः सञ्जयेम तस्मिन् वयं पृतनाः सञ्जयेम तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामम् तन्नो देवासो अनुजानन्तु कामम् शृण्वन्ति श्रोणाममृतस्य गोपाम् शृण्वन्ति श्रोणाममृतस्य गोपाम् पुण्यामस्या उपशृणोमि वाचम् पुण्यामस्या उपशृणोमि वाचम् महीं देवीं विष्णुपत्नीमजोर्याम् महीं देवीं विष्णुपत्नीमजोर्यां प्रतीचीमेनागं हविषा यजामः प्रतीचीमेनागं हविषा यजामः त्रेधा विष्णुरुगायो विचक्रमे त्रेधा विष्णुरुगायो विचक्रमे महीं दिवं पृथिवीमन्तरिक्षं महीं दिवं पृथिवीमन्तरिक्षं तच्छ्रोणैति श्रव इच्छमाना तच्छ्रोणैति श्रव इच्छमाना पुण्यग्श्लोकं यजमानाय कृण्वति पुण्यग्श्लोकं यजमानाय कृण्वति अष्टौ देवा वसवः सोम्यासः अष्टौ देवा वसवः सोम्यासः चतस्रो देवीरजराः श्रविष्ठाः चतस्रो देवीरजराः श्रविष्ठाः ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजसः पुरस्तात् ते यज्ञं पान्तु रजसः पुरस्तात् संवत्सरीणममृतग्स्वस्ते संवत्सरीणममृतग्स्वस्ते यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसवः पुरस्तात् यज्ञं नः पान्तु वसवः पुरस्तात् दक्षिणतोऽभियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः दक्षिणतोऽभियन्तु श्रविष्ठाः पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभिसंविशाम पुण्यन्नक्षत्रमभिसंविशाम मानो अरातिरगशगं सागन्न मानो अरातिरगशगं सागन्न क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषग्वसिष्ठः नक्षत्राणागं शतभिषग्वसिष्ठः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः शतकं सहस्रावेशजानि दत्तः शतकं सहस्राभेषजानि दत्तः यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुण उपयातु यज्ञन्नो राजा वरुण उपयातु तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो विश्वे अभिसंयन्तु देवाः तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणं तन्नो नक्षत्रगं शतभिषग्जुषाणं दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्भेषजानि दीर्घमायुः प्रतिरद्भेषजानि अज एकपादुदगात् पुरस्तात् अज एकपादुदगात् पुरस्तात् विश्वाभूतानि प्रतिमोदमानः विश्वाभूतानि प्रतिमोदमानः तस्य देवाः प्रसवं यन्ति सर्वे तस्य देवाः प्रसवं यन्ति सर्वे प्रोष्ठपदासो अमृतस्य गोपाः प्रोष्ठपदासो अमृतस्य गोपाः विभ्राजमानः समिधान उग्रः विभ्राजमानः समिधान उग्रः आन्तरिक्षमरुहदगन्द्याम् आन्तरिक्षमरुहदगन्द्यां तगं सूर्यं देवमजमेकपादं तगं सूर्यं देवमजमेकपादं प्रोष्ठपदासो अनुयन्ति सर्वे प्रोष्ठपदासो अनुयन्ति सर्वे अहिर्बुद्ध्नियः प्रथमान एति अहिर्बुध्नियः प्रथमान एति श्रेष्ठो देवानामुत मानुषाणां श्रेष्ठो देवानामुत मानुषाणां तं ब्राह्मणः सोमपासोम्यासः तं ब्राह्मणः सोमपासोम्यासः प्रोष्ठपदासो अभिरक्षन्ति सर्वे प्रोष्ठपदासो अभिरक्षन्ति सर्वे चत्वार एकमभिकर्म देवाः चत्वार एकमभिकर्म देवाः प्रोष्ठपदास इति यान् वदन्ते प्रोष्ठपदास इति यान् वदन्ते ते बुध्नियं परिषद्यग्गस्तुन्वन्तः ते बुध्नियं परिषद्यग्गस्तुवन्तः अहिगं रक्षन्ति नमसोपसद्य अहिगं रक्षन्ति नमसोपसद्य पूषा रेवत्यन्वेति पन्थाम् पूषा रेवत्यन्वेति पन्थाम् पुष्टिपते पशुपावाजवत्स्यौ पुष्टिपते पशुपावाजवत्स्यौ इमानि हव्या प्रयताजुषाण इमानि हव्या प्रयताजुषाण सुगैर्नो यानैरुपयातां यज्ञं सुगैर्नो यानैरुपयातां यज्ञं क्षुद्रान् पशून् रक्षतु रेवतीनः क्षुद्रान् पशून् रक्षतु रेवतीनः गावो नो अश्वाकम् अन्वेतु पूषा गावो नो अश्वाकम् अन्वेतु पूषा अन्नगं रक्षन्तौ बहुधा विरूपम् अन्नगं रक्षन्तौ बहुधा विरूपम् वाजगं सनुतां यजमानाय यज्ञं वाजगं सनुतां यजमानाय यज्ञं तदश्विनावश्वयुजोपयतायाताम् तदश्विनावश्वयुजोपयातां शुभङ्गमिष्टौ सुयमेभिरश्वैः शुभङ्गमिष्टौ सुयमेभिरश्वैः स्वं नक्षत्रगं हविषाय जन्तौ स्वं नक्षत्रगं हविषाय जन्तौ मध्वा सम्पृक्तौ यजुषा समक्तौ मध्वा सम्पृक्तौ यजुषा समक्तौ यौ देवानां भिषजौ हव्यवाहौ यौ देवानां भिषजौ हव्यवाहौ विश्वस्य दूतावमृतस्य गोपौ विश्वस्य दूतावमृतस्य गोपौ तौ नक्षत्रं जुजुषाणोपयातां तौ नक्षत्रं जुजुषाणोपयातां नमोऽश्विभ्यां कृणुमोऽश्वयुग्भ्यां नमोऽश्विभ्यां कृणुमोऽश्वयुग्भ्याम् अपपाप्मानं भरणीर्भरन्तो अपपाप्मानं भरणीर्भरन्तो तद्यमो राजा भगवान् विचष्टां तद्यमो राजा भगवान् विचष्टां लोकस्य राजा महतो महान् हि लोकस्य राजा महतो महान् हि सुगं नः पन्थामभयं कृणोतु सुगं नः पन्थामभयं कृणोतु यस्मिन्नक्षत्रे यम एति राजा यस्मिन्नक्षत्रे यम एति राजा यस्मिन्नेनमभ्यर्चिषन्त देवा यस्मिन्नेनमभ्यर्चिषन्त दे यस्मिन्नेनमभ्यषिञ्चन्त देवाः यस्मिन्नेनमभ्यषिञ्चन्त देवाः तदस्य चित्रगं हविषा यजाम तदस्य चित्रगं हविषा यजाम अपपाप्मानं भरणीर्भरन्तो अपपाप्मानं भरणीर्भरन्तो निवेशनी सङ्गमनी वसूनां निवेशनी सङ्गमनी वसूनां विश्वारूपाणि वसून्यावेशयन्ति विश्वारूपाणि वसून्यावेशयन्ति सहस्रपोषकं सुभगारराण सहस्रपोषकं सुभगारराण सा न आगन्वर्चसा संविधान सा न आगन्वर्चसा संविधान यत्ते देवा अददुर्भागधेयम् यत्ते देवा अददुर्भागधेयम् अमावास्ये संवसन्तो महित्वा अमावास्ये संवसन्तो महित्वा सानो यज्ञं पिप्रुहि विश्ववारे सानो यज्ञं पिप्रुहि विश्ववारे रयिन्नो धेहि सुभगे सुवीरम् रयिन्नो धेहि सुभगे सुवीरम् इति नक्षत्र सूक्तम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So all these 27 of them tomorrow we will chant. So though it took time, but there is a joy. For me also it's first time that in one day the mantras related to all the 27 stars we chanted one day. The other day we chanted for the Navagrahas before our Rudram. And while chanting this Nakshatra Suktam, every Nakshatra and its glory, greatness, and how that Nakshatra can bless us is being explained there. And then all of us have in one or the other Nakshatra, one or the other Rashi, one or the other these Grahas. Therefore, in general, this Graha Nakshatra Upasana when we do, we will be better placed by them. This tells us the chanting of these suktams that in our life for its smooth movement, all the devatas, adhisthana, anugraha we need. Therefore, one side we have to be continuously in tune with the divinity in one or the other form. You know, the Parabrahma Anveshana we have to do, the Parameshwara Sharanagati we have to do, Sakala Devata Upasana, Prarthana also we have to do. So if this is understood and we do it, I think it will be of great help. Okay. Now in our second topic today, in the Mantrocharana, we will chant Narayana. One mantra only. What is it? E. Mm, mm, नारसिम्ही गायत्री नृसिम्हा भगवान के साथ the mother Lakshmi is called as Narasimhi. Okay, that will chant Om Karalyai cha vidmahe Narasimhyai cha dhimahi Tannah Simhi prachodayat. That's it. So the most Karala Rupa Narasimha Bhagwan ke saath that Shakti which came to finish off Hiranyakashipu and all the followers of him. That Shakti we are worshipping. So the pure consciousness, the Narasimha Bhagavan and his Shakti is Narasimhi. She is the one who eliminated that Hiranyakashipu and saved the great Bhakta Prahlada and all the three worlds, Devatas, etc. So Om Karalyai cha vidmahe Narasimhyai cha dhimahi Tannah Narasimhi prachodayat. Bas. Start. And vidmahe dhimahi prachodayat, you all know. ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंही प्रचोदयात् ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंहे प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंहे प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंहे प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च विद्महि तन्नः सिंहे प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कराळ्यै च विद्महे नारसिंह्यै च धीमहि तन्नः सिंहे प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री नारसिंहि मात्रे नमः। मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि अंतर्गत हिरण्यकशिपुं संहृत्य प्रह्लादं संरक्ष संरक्ष. See, when we chant such mantras, the bhavana that, O mother, in me only, that Hiranyakashipu is there, troubling me and everyone, and not allowing the Prahlada to be stable. The sadhaka in me, O mother, eliminate that Hiranyakashipu in me. Hiranya is wealth, Kashipu is power, the wealth and power mongerer. Be removed and the Prahlada be established, strengthened in me. Wonderful mantra. Now, the third topic today of our common sense thought is somewhat in these lines only. Hmm. Yes. First of all, in today's common sense thought, first of all, become acutely aware. You know, Narayana Vasudeva. Having become acutely aware, which is not an overnight achievement, is a practice for many, many years. See what is happening to us, to our Sharira, to our Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, and to us from the Bhahya Prakriti and Bhahya Samashti Jagat, and also the near and dear ones. People who are near to us and dear to us. Near need not be dear, the undear also can be near. So, just to be observant as to what's coming to us, what's happening to us. All that's called as the prarabdha. Be acutely aware. Some of the prarabdhas are the result of the karma done in this life only. Some of them, like overeating, I have done. That's the purushartha. The prarabdha of it is indigestion. This indigestion is not because of purva janma papa. And that is that today subha ka papa or dopair ka. That fellow came to my marriage and ate so much of food, 3 plates. Today is his marriage, मैं भी खाऊंगा जाकर you ate. So that papa gave this indigestion problem. So some of them are because of 10,000 life back papa, some because of earlier life, some because of yesterday, today, whatever it is, karma, skafal, prarabdha or the result is coming to us. So be observant about it. है ना? From that, what we might have done in the past, an idea can come if you are too sharp and subtler, which is not an easy thing. है ना? Many of our experiences can tell to us ki what we have done in the past. इतना इंगित common sense तो आ गया होगा अब तक. Because nothing happens accidentally to anyone. Everything is the result of karma only. So we have done, we are getting. If you are getting good wealth, lot of money, wonderful children, wife, husband, good name and fame, no problem in the government or society and all. It shows very good, noble life you lived. Everywhere there is a problem. Problem means what? Ki we have done lot of things not to be done. And that when you see the people, it's not our job to observe them and assess and label them. अच्छा इतना दुखी है ये तो बहुत पाप किया होगा. No, that's no. It's for us only. What are the people when somebody is dukha? We have to go and help. That's it. Up to that only our job. We are talking about our own selves. So what is happening to me around me? I must know. Consciously observe. Okay. So the powerful prarabdha is going on. Prarabdha is always powerful because it cannot be avoided. And that powerful prarabdha can bring big dukkha or big sukha, or that powerful prarabdha can make our life just simply going on. That is also power of prarabdha. Okay. Second, when things are happening like that, how are we responding and reacting? We have to learn to observe ourselves. Chalo, if not till now, at least from now onwards. Every response to be with full consciousness, with full awareness to all that is happening to me, around me, very intelligently, delicately, in such a way that it is not adding up to the new Purushartha or new Prarabdha of again Dukkha type. So when we react, when we wrongly respond, then it will create another Prarabdha, negative. So be gentle, be conscious. Everywhere. You have very terrible, let us say, wife or husband or children. Don't react so much that this is adding up to new Prarabdha. Be gentle. Oh, this is what is. I deserved and I got it. So how best I can respond? Wherein I am not adding to new nonsense. Isn't it? When we are tolerant, when we are patient, when we are having that quality of forgiveness, getting along, all of that are the good responses. Any reactions, any fightings, quarrels, taking revenges, these are all bad responses to the world around. Let us observe ourselves, at least from now onwards, and be conscious in responding. कभी कभी ना जिंदगी भर हमें ना only humiliations, insults होते रहते. If one knows that oh it's a prarabdha, he will just go through chalo through that all the kachara is getting cleaned off. Let it go on. Always see beyond the life in such cases. That I am going to continue, I'll be better after getting clearance of all this nonsense. ऐसा सोचते हुए gently we have to respond to. First one. Second one is what? Therefore, when we know what we do gives us the result, what we have to do and what we should get the result. Isn't it? Be careful about this discussion. Ki, should we want to become greater in our upadhis? And with the upadhis, should we want to become greater and bigger in the outer world? You know, that I am very famous, that I am known to all, that I have a lot of richness and wealth, etc. I'm in a big position. These want in the future, in the coming lives. Then there are the techniques for it. The yajnas karo, yaga karo, upasana karo, balavan upasanas with all sankalpas you do. Plenty of them. Then you become famous, you get lots of money, so much of the respect from the world around. There, don't you see the people there? The crore of followers hai unko. And they have banks only on their own name. They don't need to, calculate every expense, while buying the thing. वो चीज 100 का है या 80 का केला 100 रुपए डजन या किलो वहां दे रहे एंड यहाँ 80 दे रहे. So why waste 20 rupee? Let me buy 80. Isn't it? We have to think all this. Everywhere we have to. We can't be just like. But there people are there. 100 मांगे तो 200 ले ले. They will give. So a lot of wealth. So too, lot of followers, lot of people to take care. Wonderful, great, great. You can see the world of people living. You want that, you can try for it. With that sankalpa, when you do the upasanas, you will get all of that. Surely, certainly. But understand, all of that is again endowed always with such possibilities of us committing some mistakes while going through that, which will give us the negative repercussions. Same time, all that is only the result of some limited activity. Therefore, nobody will remain as that multimillionaire all the time. And mind you, in 1 hour the other life, you and I also might have been the multimillionaires. Might be in a minister also. Like the present ministers or whoever have died, not necessarily that अगले जन्म में वो minister बनेंगे. Not even a कार्यकर्ता, वो कहीं वो खेती करेंगे या कोई सब्जी बेचेंगे. It can be. Isn't it? We have studied so many stories of Purana Itihasa. Now we know how the jivas will be sent from one life to other, one position to other, depending on karma and karma phala. Therefore, nothing is certain. Can be and may not be. May or may not be. So, therefore, it's a simple thing to know that when we aim at all of them, they will come to us. Those higher positions, money, followers, people to love us, respect us. Maja maja life. You want it, you can get it, but it has its own limitations. Isn't it? The limitations you will know only when we reach there. है ना? Like the rich people. 1,000 people will be there to ask them for donation. अब किसको दें किसको ना दें अब कब ये टेंशन है कि नहीं, अब मानना पड़ेगा. So too the 100,000 followers are there, then you will never have your own privacy. Every time you have to be with some. अब उसका अपना लिमिटेशन होता है, वहां जाओ पता चलता है. Do you want that? You think about it. Or because by some fortune or so we are the students of Upanishads, therefore should we simply humbly living our outer life unnoticed, but aggressively, vigorously traveling inside towards our own inner self. Outside, we are not important, we are not famous, we are not even known to anyone. We have not put any efforts in that regard, we never even cared that. But inside only, we are continuously made our own, the sadhana samrajya. And we are the Raja doing all the sadhana so beautifully, perfectly. For inner journey, you know, of the Paramatma Prapti, which is good, which is better. We are not suggesting you think about it. Because to intelligent people, hint is enough. समझदार को suggestion की भी जरूरत नहीं, इशारा काफी है ना? Within myself, I am reaching to my own essential self. Staying there, when through upadhis, wherever I need to express, I express. So in the Ishvara Leela, again, if I have to become famous, become. In that, if the world is benefited. But there is no effort from my side. There is no longing from my side. Because I am no more an individual, no, having realized the self inside. The Brahmagnani, he just in the world all alone with himself, or he will be there in the world with thousands and thousands of people. Both are Ishwarecha, Ishwar. He has none, both of them are unconcerned about that. Param Guru our Tapon Maharaj, not known to anyone unless we are his followers. He is not known that much. But Gurudev, oh, the whole world knows. For them, being established in the self, both are same. But our effort and longing किसके लिए है वो थोड़ा सोचने की बात. So observe what's going on in our life, respond to it wisely, consciously think what you want to achieve, therefore what to do with that. The two possibilities are the outer those things, you know, you can be so many powers, positions, stations you can reach out to. Professionally, you can become great. Monetarily, you can become great. Politically, you can become great. And in this profession, variety are there. You can be an artist, a craftsman, you can be a dancer, you can be a singer. अरे भैया इस जगत में ना हर बंदा हर एक बनने का सबको पोटेंशियल है, isn't it? You can see a good singer singing so many songs and enchanting the people. So you want to become, then start singing from now and pray to Mother Saraswati in that way. Or Bhagwan, the Sangeetakara, in that way to give good throat and singing. You can next life become and some thousand albums you can release. Thousands and thousands people are entertained. क्या है हमारा लक्ष्य जीवन में? Okay. Now, once if you choose the outer one, then have the strong sankalpas, then the related practices which are in our hands, and the other practices by which the divine kripa is invoked. लगे रहो उसमें. If the goal is outer, so too if the goal is inner, then go to those gurus who give us the Atma Jnana. Listen from them those shastras which reveal to us the Atma Jnana. Keep on developing the nishtha in them, commitment in them. Yesterday, as we saw, the regularity, sincerity, etc. And today in the evening, Vakya Vritti, we are going to exhaustively explain all the Viveka Vairagya, the 13 sadhanas. So be busy in that, isn't it? Totally committed in that. I want to realize this self. For that, these are the things I have to know. First of all, unambiguous clarity. Second one, no, do them. Isn't it? Understanding होना चाहिए पहले, फिर करना है. Understanding is, I have to have the single pointed devotion and prayer to Ishvara to put me on this path. I have to have total committed surrender to the Guru to listen from him the Upanishads. I have to be so regular in the Shravana, Swadhyaya, Manana of the Upanishads. These all give us the Siddhanta Jnana, which is half of the game. The second half is now. With the Siddhanta Jnana gaining has fallen on the track, now I have to start the sadhana. And in that sadhana, first of all, learn the art of withdrawing from the world. Then the art of able to sit at one place. The art of balancing oneself and getting that asana siddhi. Thereafter, the art of the quietening of the mind, purifying of the mind. All these one by one, we have to keep on achieving. The art of contemplating on the truth as per the guidance received from the Shastras, from the Guru. इन एक एक चीज में हमें मास्टरी करना है. स्पिरिचुअल सीकर का यही है ना. जस्ट लाइक ईच प्रोफेशनल मास्टर्स his own skill. A plumber masters his plumbing work abilities. A carpenter masters all his carpentry work. He goes on endless. The more he learns, the more better opportunities and payments he will get. है कि नहीं? एक एक चीज में परफेक्शन है. फ्लोरिंग, अरे ऑर्डिनरी उगड़ खाबड़ फ्लोरिंग करने वाले भी होते हैं, हाईली स्किलफुल प्रोफेशनल फ्लोरिंग डालने वाले होते हैं. एवरीवेयर इन दिस, घर बनाने वाले, द होल ग्रुप देमसेल्व्स मेक द हाउस इन सच ए वे दैट वो कब टूट जाएगा नहीं पता, बिकॉज द क्वालिटी ऑफ पीपल इज लाइक दैट. बट देर आर अदर ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु मेक द हाउस सो पावरफुल, परफेक्ट, स्ट्रांग, दैट वो उनका अपना स्किल है. A doctor, there's a doctor who can just suppress the disease, that's it. He doesn't know more than that. उनका दिमाग वहीं रुक जाता है. He says ये ले लो तुम्हारी बीमारी. But there's other doctor who's perfect, makes them go through all tests and goes to the root of the disease, and then he treats and takes the money also. In the same way, in our spiritual life also, whoever are sadhakas, They can be at a very gross level of not at all doing any sadhana, naam ke vaste sadhak hai. There are others who are so aggressive, dynamic in knowing what are to be done as sadhanas and doing also. लगे रहो, picture is very clear. है ना? Every day to sit for hours together at one place, quietening the mind, only contemplation on the truth. Keep on doing because my goal is inner. No, अभी ऐसे बंदे को बाहर नहीं फंसना फिर. Outer world it goes on. If you involve in that, the mind is distracted. You cannot again quieten it. How can once I have chosen the inner self, outer one, what I have to do after all? The सृष्टि स्थिति लया इन सब में कोई मतलब नहीं है. टाइम पास चल रहा है. All the issues are made by us. There's no issue. There's no issue in the birth. No, it is called as an issue. Third issue. There is no issue in that. Birth, growth, shadi, talak, marna. What is that? Isn't it? How many ants and mosquitoes also got married and divorced? Do we know that? So are they all human beings. वो चल रहा है बस. कोई मायना नहीं है वो उसको. For example, what might have happened 50 years, 100 years back? उसको कोई किसा हिसाब किताब है क्या? Same way what's happening now. 100 साल का कोई हिसाब किताब नहीं रहेगा. Nobody will remember who is CM, who is PM, who is president, who is resident. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? In the Ananta Kala, in the Ananta Vishwa, what is it? In the school, college, how much you were so busy with making everything as issues. Now, कहाँ है वो कुछ याद ही नहीं. You know, the place where you used to stay, the colleagues or neighbors, क्या हंगामा होता था. वो अब तो एक ही जन्म में इतने चीज हम देख रहे हैं कि nothing is permanent. There were nothing to be taken seriously. In general, everybody, especially those who are introverted, whose goal is the inner self, तो उनको तो ये तमाशा है बस. उसको आप माइंड करने की जरूरत नहीं. है ना? No need. So these are the few things today. Becoming aware of what's happening around, knowing that it's all prarabdha, with all balance, intelligently responding so that no new nonsense is created. Secondly, one possibility is about outside you want to grow. Second possibility is about the inside you want to realize. Then accordingly, know what is to be done and keep on involving in that. So that's how an intelligent being masters himself. This is called as self-mastery at all the three levels. Prarabdha level self-mastery, Purushartha level self-mastery, in which there are two Purusharthas. One, Pravritti Rupa Purushartha for Bahya Prapti. Second is the Nivritti Rupa Purushartha for Antaranga Atma Prapti. Mastering all of them. And in that, mastering every minute thing, every micro thing. Because everything matters, isn't it? Nothing is neglected. Okay. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानां सुकृते धिकृते बहुधा भवतो ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवांग्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णेश्वरवेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम पारायणमथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः 19वीं की बाई। ओम नैनमूर्ध्वं न तिर्यं च न मध्ये परिजग्रभत न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति यस्य नाम महदयशः न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं हृदा हृदि स्थं मनसा य एनम् एवं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति अजात इत्येवं कश्चित् भीरुः प्रपद्यते रुद्रयतु ते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यं मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषे मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीः हविष्मन्तः सतमित्वा हवामहे। Chanting of the mantras. Now the study, the sixth mantra, the sixth chapter, 15th mantra, we will do today completely. We have seen that beautiful portion. Eko hamso bhuvanasya madhye saeva agnihi salile sannivishtaha तमेव विदित्वा तिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. See the mysticism of Vedanta. When we are such a pure-hearted, developed the intuitive power, those sublime truths are revealed to us. For example, in this sloka, what he said is, there is only one truth is there. When you seek the truth, you become the truth. When you become the truth, you are liberated from all the untruth, which was never there. Now you see how many years of how many Upanishadic study required for us to grasp this as the essence of this sloka. There is only one Hamsa Asya Bhunasya Madhye. He is alone, he is Agni, staying in this Sarila. You know him, then you transcend Mrityu Ityad. And there is no other way for moksha. Therefore, other than Brahman, the Jiva Jagatishvara and all their Natak drama is nothing but unreal as well as binding. Isn't it? Other than the rope, the snake is nothing but unreal and binding because we are frightened. Think about it. So, Ekoham Saha, only one reality. Asya Trailokyasya Madhye. Here, Trailokya is the Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira, therefore, Jagra Sapna Sushupti. You know, when you see those tragedy movies or horror movies or action movies or war related movies with the background music and with the actions there, how you get engrossed in it, going through all the inner emotions and all the things. है ना? कैसा आपको लगता है that hero is chasing them or they are chasing him and all that? But ultimately, with all our emotions we are going through, with all our experiences, tensions, worries, nail biting, going through, is there something happening? Is there anything happening there? It's all only projected, isn't it? In the same way, sometimes the dreams come that you have gone to a beach and then suddenly the tsunami came, you are lost in the water, yeah, oh, somehow some support you got, you came out. ऐसा कुछ ना वो जो आते हैं ना, and when we are in the dream, how much it is appears to be realistic and all. In the same way, in the infinite ocean of consciousness, Ananta Koti Brahmandas, rising and submerging, also has no minor importance at all. Then what to talk about what is happening in and around us? Unless we gave it so much importance and we got engrossed in it. है ना? Like in a country called as Honolulu, in a countryside village, you know, the two groups are just quarreling for a tree or a fruits. How does it matter to us? Isn't it from here? Doesn't matter. In the same way, what nonsense we are doing here doesn't matter in the universe at all. But does it appear to us like that? How it appears to us, it's so important an issue that somehow I have to succeed in it, I have to be victorious in it, I have to achieve it, I have to defeat others. Yes, where are they? If you accept them in your own mind, isn't it? Otherwise, where is what in this world? A Vedanti sees from that standpoint. He involves in everything required, but yet he knows nothing is so important. And he is silently in his pursuit of the inner self and stationed in that. He tries to station in that. You know, he's only in that. See that beautiful sloka of Vakyavritti. Aham Brahmeti Vakyartha Bodho Yavat Dudhi Bhavet Shamadhi Sahitastāvat Abhyaset Shravanadikam. Who can give that complete advice other than the great gurus like Shankara? We made you chant 11 times yesterday, evening class. So, Eko Hamsaha भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते अयनाय. This shloka should reveal the sublime meaning to us now after listening to Vedanta for more than 6 years. Now we are not those initial entrants where we were even struggling to sit in the class and are struggling to maintain the regularity. Now it's different. What is difference here? There's one substratum, the oceanic water, on which, you know, the ripples, bubbles, waves, tides, how many are coming and going? Because they are coming and not staying and continuously changing and going, you cannot catch them at any moment what they are. That's why they are called mithya. Why the world is mithya? Because it is nirantara pravaha. That what you saw by opening your eyes, close the eyes, again you open, it is not the same. Like you can never take a bath in the same river two times. Even though 10 years you are taking bath in the same river because you are next to that river. Because the water is continuously flowing. Same way, the Jagat is continuously changing. Therefore, you have never seen your wife second time so far. Because she already changed every moment. She also never seen you. We don't want to accept that fact because that disturbs our so-called notional vyavahara. Never we continue in that notion. But if you look into the inner, finer details, nothing is remaining same all the time. Like the tree in your courtyard, it's not the same yesterday and today. 10 पत्ते गिर गए और 10 पत्ते उग भी नए भी आ गए. No, you cannot say no, no, it's the same tree. You know, if you insist that, nobody can argue with you. कल के वो पत्ते हैं क्या नहीं है, नया पत्ते कल नहीं थे, नए आए कि नहीं आए, फिर then how do you say same tree? Therefore, the tree is mithya because you have never seen a correct tree second time. Even now, while watching it, it is already changing. Like I am seeing you are talking, you are already changing within you. Your body is changing, your mind is changing, your blood circulation is changing. मेरा भी change हो रहा है. That's why the upadhis continuously because they change. They are all not real, mithya. What is there is eko hamsaha, the reality. Realize that reality. This is the meaning of this shloka at its deeper level. एको हमसा भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्नि सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेवं विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्य पंथा विद्यते अयना. सच a beautiful श्लोका. एक ही श्लोक एक साल डेली पढ़ सकते because the central shloka of all the shastras and all understandings. Now, ekaha paramatma hamsaha hanti avidya adi samsara bandhana karanam. We have seen. भुवनस्य तैलोक्यस्य मध्ये न अन्यः कश्चित् कस्मात् यस्मात् स एव अग्निः स एव सलिले सन्निविष्टः अग्निः. अग्निः अग्निरिव अविद्या तत्कार्यं दहति इति अग्निः. सलिले देह आत्मना परिणते सलिले. All that we have seen. Quotations for the Lord being Agni, the Lord being staying in the Salila, that's given. Now we have to see the other sadhana sambandhi meaning, which we have started yesterday. Half of it we saw. Athava. Athava. Saeva agnihi salile sannivishtaha. Saeva agnihi salile sannivishtaha. This sentence from sadhana standpoint, Bhagavan Shankara is giving Bhashya. Hope half of it what we have studied yesterday, we have done the contemplation and got it. Salile, water, Sannivishtaha, stationed, Agni. So first catch the literal meaning. He is an Agni staying in the water, stationed. And Salile Sannivishtaha, Agni Saha. Salile पानी में सन्निविष्टः बैठा हुआ अग्नि ही अग्नि स्वरूप है. वो is a Paramatma. That is the Upanishadic meaning. Now, uska, how to deeply understand? Shankara Bhagavan tells from sadhana standpoint. Salile means salila iva, shuddhe swachhe antakarane. Like the pure water can make us see our reflection or the bottom, so too salila iva shuddha antakarane. Vimale antakarane. So where is the Paramatma realized? Shuddha antakarana, vimala antakarana. This is what in Gita. Very, very important. Vashehi yasya indriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. The one in whose vasha, the indriyas, including antakarana, is there. In him only, prajna pratishtha happens. What is prajna pratishtha? Starting from wanting to know something beyond this world, then going to the Guru, surrendering to the Guru, asking the Guru, tell me something beyond. Then the Guru telling about the presence of the reality beyond the world, behind the world. Then it is in your own heart to be recognized as yourself. Its Swarupa is Satyan Chitan Ananda. Every one of these things, intellectually understanding, is the first step of Prajna Pratishtha. Then sitting quietly and trying to discover it. And spending as many sittings as required and then realizing it. All of that is called, and establishing it, prajna pratishtita. All of that will be possible only when antakarana sahita indriya are controlled. That's the meaning of vashehi asya indriyani tasya prajna pratishtita in Gita. Same here also. Salila iva swache shuddhe vimale antakarane. Right from beginning till the experience and establishment of the self happens. Now we have to ask the question, and the answer is very serious. Question is how to make the antakarana swacha shuddha vimala like the swacha shuddha vimala jala yajnadina yajnadanadina. है ना? Yesterday we saw yajno danam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Quotation of Gita. So the life should be with the yajna bhavana, wherein my outer performance is in the interest of the totality. That's it. In that I am important, I must get the big lion's share. All these are once for all eliminated. Neki kar kuev dal. That's called as yajna. Other yajnas are the regular Veda Ukta yajnas. So in this way, Veda Ukta yajnas I have done and gave the phala to the Ishvara. Yajna bhavena I lived in the world and left the phala to the world. Then that phala asakti is equal to kamana. My mind is freed from that. That's called antakarana. There in some families you can see the head of the family husband takes care of wife, her parents also, his parents also, children. But कुछ मांगता ही नहीं. His अंतःकरण is शुद्ध. He doesn't want money from others, respect from others, recognition from them, gratitude from others. Thanks. कुछ नहीं वो करते जाता. And such are the movies which we used to be seen. We were shown in 70s, 60s, 80s. है ना? वो घर का मुखिया होगा या नहीं तो गांव का मुखिया. सबका भला कर रहा है वो. And nothing is wanting. And therefore people are so fond of him and the villain doesn't like it. Isn't it? Then the villain tries to destroy him. The people will revolt and teach a lesson to the villain. Then villain learns the lesson and surrender to that hero. And the hero says, all this hangama you did only for this power of Mukhyana, chal, tu le le. He gives him and he goes. You have seen such things? Nahi seen? So you take out a movie now, I gave you a theme. That is called as he is living a life of yajna. He has heard the Gita Upanishads early life from the gurus. By the time he understood, his life ended. So in this life, right from the beginning, he is only the giver, never wanting anything. Yajna. Isn't it? In the home also, the mother, one aspect of hers, the 30, 40, 50 years goes on cooking food and feeding them, never expecting it. That is called yajna. The other things you may expect, the gehna chahiye, ye chahiye, then there is no yajna. Total life should be yajna. Where I contribute, but I don't become a shareholder, I want anything. Let everybody take the result of it. What I want is something for my survival. Because that yajna I have to do. It's a big subject, very deep subject. In today's Kali Yuga, nobody dares to talk about it and nobody has the wisdom to understand it or the heart to accept it. Tough है. ये सब जानकारी गुरुओं ने कहा अरे कलयुग में गीता वीता उपनिषद नहीं चलता, ओम भगवान का नाम संकीर्तन चलता है, वो करके मुक्त हो जाओ. They said, and they are right. We are only passing time. Anyway, so yajna. Then second is dhanam. कि whatever we have because our prarabdha, that is to only to give it to others. दान करते रहना. With that also, the possessiveness, ownership on the things go away. That's called as the purity of heart. Tapaha is what? Indriya, mana is kept in our control. They are totally made to be single pointed. Okay? So, manasasya indriyanam eka agram paramam tapaha. So all the indriyas and antakarana are aimed at the higher goal, and they are able to only focus there, nowhere else. That's called tapasya. So through this, the antakarana is shuddha. That shuddha antakarana is called as salila here. So salile yajna danadina shuddhi krute vimale antakarane is that Paramatma. Sannivishtaha. How he is made to be Sannivishtaha? That Paramatma, and what he does. Two more questions. How is he to be made to be stationed in our heart? That's what is exactly the first class of our everyday and the last class. यहाँ जो चल रहा है वही शाम का वाक्य वृत्ति we are studying. In that, what he said is, through the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, we understand Aham Brahmasmi Prajna. So that process of listening from the Guru, the Mahavakyas, and contemplating on them in our heart, and thereby seeing the presence of the Lord in our heart is the thing called as Sannivishtaha. And once he is Sannivishta, what will he do? Agnihi. He burns away the avidya and avidya krita, all the jiva jagat ishvara notions and doshas. That's what is a portion. See? अथवा सलिले सलिलेव स्वच्छे यज्ञदानादिना विमलीकृते अंतःकरणे. This I have explained. Now sannivishtaha. What is sannivishtaha? Vedanta vakya artha samyak jnana falaka arudaha. Sannivishtaha. Then as an Agni, what he does it? Avidya tat karyasya dahakaha ityartha. So Salila is Svachantakarana, Sannivishta is the contemplation and realization of the self on the basis of Mahavakya, and Agni is, once that self is realized, the Avidya ityadi are burnt away. Tasmat, isiliye, tameva viditva ati mrityumet. Only by knowing him, one transcends all limitations of Janma Varana Adi. And if you ask for alternative, Nanya Pantha Vidyat. Hai nahi bas. बात खत्म, अब मर्जी तुम्हारी. ऐसा चीज मार्केट में और कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, और इससे बढ़कर चीज दूसरा नहीं है, और इसका कीमत ये है. चाहिए तो खरीदो, नहीं तो जो. Isn't it? There's nothing other than knowing the self, which is the giver of liberation, and self is known in this way. There is no other way for liberation, and by being not liberated, you want to continue a life of bondage. Nobody can do it. If at all you want moksha, it is only by Atma Jnana, and that is obtained this way. And Nanya Bandha Vidyate Ayana is the most important thing. देखो Upanishad mantras remain same with the same meaning, but in the path of our evolution, each stage of our evolution, each of the Vakya becomes important. For us now, Nanya Pantha Vidyate is important because we are looking for so many other paths for our moksha. Therefore, our time, energy, everything is distracted. There is no other way. When we know and accept, then we stop all other nonsense. Then the only way which is available, we walk in that path. That path of is this one. Tameva viditva ati mrityumet. And Sayevagni Salya Sannivishtaha is by Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Kripa, where and how he has to be found is told. Where he is to be found? In our own Shuddha Antakarana. How he is to be found? By the Vedanta Vakyartha Vijnana. This thing I am not yet satisfied of explaining to you. Tomorrow we are taking some 10 minutes to explain it. Thus will be contentfully can announce the conclusion of this shloka and enter into the next one, which is also equally beautiful. The next one or be beautiful. Yo Brahmanam Vididate Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Pahinoti Mumukshun Vai Sharanam Aham Prapadye. Wow, that shloka is ultimate. आपके उसके बाद फिर यदा चर्मवद आकाश वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवम अविज्ञातया दुःख स्यांतो निगच्छति. These are all the shlokas I tell you. अगले 10 श्लोक तो अल्टीमेट. And the last one, the punch is punch only. यस्य देवे परा भक्ति यथा देवे तथा गुरौ तस्य दे कथिता ह्यर्था प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः is बस ultimate. उसके बाद और कुछ है. So let's revel at least for next 15 days in these remaining 10-15 mantras. Join if you want. Even if you don't want, join. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Even if you don't want, if you join, slowly you will want it because this is the best. Okay. Now Gita.